afternoon, my dear students. Are you able to see my screen? Respond anyone? Yes, okay. Shall we start the class? Already we have seen some control structures or loop control statements, selection statements yesterday. If else, nested if else. Okay. It is okay now? Okay, very good. So yesterday we have seen selection statements, if else, nested if else, and switch statements also. Multi-way selection statement we have seen, switch statement. Now already we have seen one loop control statements. That is for loop. Already completed that one. We have seen one example also and flow chart. So iterative statements are nothing but loop control statements, repetitive statements. In C++ we have three different types of loop control statements: for loop, while loop, do while. So what is a iterative or repetitive statement? Means a piece of code that can be executed repeatedly, or a group of statements that should be executed repeatedly. So based on certain conditions, if the condition is true, we can execute the loop repeatedly. Okay. So already we have seen for loop. Here nothing but the order. Flow control is nothing but the order in which the statements are executed in a program. That is nothing but flow control. Order of execution of statement in a program is known as flow control. So generally the statements will be executed in sequentially, and means statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, like that. The statements in a program will be executed sequentially. Sometimes we need to skip some statements based on our problem. Okay. Sometimes it is required to change the flow control, means we should have to skip some lines of code. Okay. That can be achieved by using control structures. So control structures can control the execution of statements in a program. Control structure purposes that can change the flow of control or execution sequence in a program. Okay. We can achieve that by using control structures. Okay. Already we have seen selection control statements, if else, switch case, and nested if else yesterday. One more also completed, that is a loop control statement for loop. So once again I will show you the for loop syntax. So here we will use the one control loop variable. This is a syntax of for loop. So here there are three expressions are there. The for keyword followed by the three expressions. So initialization expression, condition expression, and update expression. So if you want to execute more than one statements, then those statements will be placed in flower braces. Okay. This is the syntax. So here the three expressions contains one loop control variable. Okay, now first one, initialization expression. Initialization expression contain loop control variable. Suppose if we want to print numbers 1 to 5, then so already here I given a maximum value and initial value. Print numbers 1 to 5. So what is the initial value here? 1. So we should have to initialize the control variable with some legal value. Means here 1. I equal to 1. Okay, after that check the condition, means test the expression whether the loop will be continued or not based on your value. Suppose initially I given one value and the maximum value is 5. So here what is the condition here? I need to check I less than or equal to 5. I less than or equal to 5. Already given maximum value, limit of my program is 5. So 1 less than or equal to 5 expression. So condition is true. The condition is true, then it enter into a loop. It executes the body of the loop. So next, third expression. The third expression also contains the loop control variable, that is I. So here we should have to increment or decrement, that may be pre-increment, post-increment. Now are you able to see my screen, ma? PPT? No, ma'am. Already I shared. Yes. Okay. Very good. Not able to. No, ma'am. Now. Now it is visible. Now it is visible my screen. Yes. Very good. Okay. So this is the regarding the loop control variable that should be involved in three expressions. Generally we will have three expressions in the for loop. One is the initialization expression, condition, third one is the update expression. So these three expressions contain the loop control variable. For example, I would like to print the 1 to 5 numbers. Here the initial value will be 1 and the condition will be I less than or equal to 5. Then in the expression update expression we can use pre-increment or post-increment, pre-decrement, post-decrement operations based on our requirement. Okay, it is clear. So the update expression is nothing but that can change the value of the loop variable. Okay, clear. Yes. This is a flowchart of for loop. So already I said there are three expressions are there for loop. First one is not only for loop, in any loop control statements generally we should have to use the three expressions. First one is the initialization expression, test condition, update expression. So in the for loop, initialize loop control variable, then test the condition. If the condition is true, execute the statements. Okay, after executing the last statement of for loop, then again goes to the condition section, again test the condition. Okay, update and test the condition. So condition is false, exit from the for loop. This is a flowchart of for loop. Clear? So here same, I will written program for printing 1 to 5 numbers. So here loop control variable is I declared within a for loop int I equal to 1. Then here return condition I less than or equal to 5. So how many times this loop will be executed, ma? How many times the loop will be executed for printing 1 to 5 numbers using for loop? Number of iterations 5. Very good, Suryatej. Okay. That is based on the n limit. Okay, it is clear. Shall I go to the next slide? So same working of for loop. So first initialization step, initialization of a control variable, loop control variable. I initialize with 1. So initialize a variable 1. Then second step is test the condition. If the condition is true, then enter into a for loop. Execute the body of the loop. So here the condition is I value will be 1, initialize with 1. So 1 less than 5, condition is true, then enter into a loop. So I entered from second step to third step. Condition is true, 1 less than 5. So condition is true, I enter into a loop. Then execute the print cout statement here, print the value of 5. What is the value of 5 present? 1. Okay. Then slash n means the line feed operator on new line, the controller will wait in the next line after printing one value. Then in the fourth step, what should we do? Go to the update statement. So after printing I value, it will update the value I. So what is I value? Now present value I plus plus means this is a shorthand notation of I equal to I plus 1 expression. So I equal to I plus means previous value is 1, 1 plus 1, 2. Then after updating the I value, it goes to the again condition section from here to here. Okay. So now again check the condition. So I value will be 2. This is step 2, not I value. All of you listen. This is step 2. Again we come to the step 2. Step 2 is nothing but checking the condition. So I value will be 2, 2 less than or equal to 5. So condition is true. Then enter into a loop, print the I value. So I value now becomes 2. So again print, again go to the updated section. This is the working of for loop. Step 1 initialization, step 2 condition, third one is the execute the body of the loop. Then fourth step, update the loop control variable. It may be increment or decrement operation based on our requirement. After updating the value, again check the condition. Again go to the step 2. It is clear? Okay. Shall I move to the next slide? Okay, next. So working of for loop, first initialize the loop control variable, that is I in my program. I initialize it with value 1. The initialization of loop variable will be happens only once. We will initialize only once the loop control variable. Okay, and the next step you should have to check the condition. If it is less than or equal to 5, if it is less than 5, then the controller enter into a body of the for loop. Then it will execute the cout statement. Whatever the statement written, that will be executed. After execution, the value of control variable will be incremented, and then next it backs to the step 2, means check the condition. So here the present I value will be 2 less than or equal to 5, condition is true, then again enter into a for loop. This process will be continued until the condition will becomes false. When the condition will become false, when the condition will becomes false, when I value will become 6, then in that case the controller exits from the loop. Okay, so that is the working of for loop. So two more examples I given. Here I am going to print the series of numbers, factors of 5. So for that purpose I written for loop. In the first case here I am going to print the numbers 6 to 1 in reverse order. Print the numbers in reverse order 6 to 1. So instead of incrementing operator, here I used a decrement operation, decrement, post decrement operation. Okay, so the first value I inject loop control variable 6. Why? Because I need to display the output like this. Output format will be already given 65431. So already we know that the initial value and the target value also. Okay, so 6, I want to print the 6 value, so initialize with the 6. The loop period will be initialized with the 6, then 6 greater than or equal to 0. I return one condition. Okay, so here condition is also true, 6 greater than 0, condition true, then I print value 6. Okay, next, what is the slash t here? Actually that is a tab distance we have to give. That is a escape sequence, like slash n, it will give the distance tab Are you able to see my screen, ma? Shall I move to the next slide? It is clear for loop. So we can write any number of programs by using this loop control statement. Okay. So here I printed a multiplication table. So for that purpose I need to declare two variables. So enter the number nothing but x and enter the limit also, that is the maximum value of the loop control variable. Here I am going to print the fourth multiplication table. So for that purpose I declare two variables. One is the initial value I, that is the loop control variable, the maximum value n. Okay. Are you able to see my screen now? Respond anyone? Okay, very good. Now we will start. So I think you understood this working of for loop. You can write any number of programs by using this one. So here I printed a multiplication table. Now we will go to the while loop. So when will you use the while loop? So it is also one of the loop control statement or iterative statement. So this while loop will be used when we don't know the number of iterations needed. So means we don't know the exact iterations. That time we should have to use the while loop. Okay. So same like a for loop, it can also have a body of the loop, and it should also follow the three expressions like initialization, test condition, okay, and update expressions. But here the order of initialization and update will be placed in different places based on our requirement or our logic. These three expressions are not placed in the single statement like for loop. So the loop control statement requires only one expression, that is a condition. So now we will see the syntax of while. So here while is nothing but a keyword followed by the condition. It may be a relational condition. Okay. Suppose if your program contains more than one statement, then those statements will be placed in curly braces. So while condition, then curly braces, within curly braces you should write more than one statement. Suppose if your program requires only one statement, single statement, then no need to use the flower braces. These flower braces will be used for compound statements only. Compound means for representing two or more statements. So this is syntax of while loop. Now we will see the flow chart. So same here, it will follow three expressions: initialization, condition. The condition is true, then it will execute the statements or body of the while loop. After executing the last statement of the while, the last statement that will be written in the body of the while loop. After executing the last statement, then it goes to the again condition section. If the condition is false, it will come out of the loop. Okay, it is clear. Before checking the condition, we should have to initialize the variable, loop control variable. After that, check the condition. The condition is true, enter into a loop, execute the statements that are available in the body of the loop. After executing the last statement of the while, then again go to the condition block. So it is clear, the flowchart of while loop. So where will you write the increment and decrement or update expression in the while? Where will you write? Will you write within a body of the loop? We will write the update expression or increment decrement of a control variable will be represented in the body of the loop only. Okay. First we can initialize loop control variable, then check the condition. Second step. Third step, execute the body of the loop and increment or decrement the loop control variable. Again goes to the condition. Okay. So here written the expression may be a. Here I written one expression. Already said it is a condition. It is a condition expression. It is a relational expression. The expression may be a valid relational expression. Okay, that may contains constants, relational operators or logical operators. Okay, this is the expression. So you should have to remember one thing here. Generally, every statement in C or C++ must end with a semicolon. All we know, but except the control statements or control structures. The control structures may be if, nested if else, or for loop, while loop. Okay, these control structures does not end with semicolon. Here there is no semicolon. So this is the body of the loop. I written more than one statement. Here also no semicolon. So here the condition must be a expression. It may contain arithmetic or relational operators. Okay, we may also combine two or more relational operators or logical operators. Okay, based on our requirement. It is clear. Next, working of while loop. Suppose here I written one statement while the condition is I less than or equal 9. Suppose here I initialize the loop control variable I with a value 5. So 5, I equal to 5. So here the condition is true or false? 5 less than 9, the condition is true. Then the controller enter into a loop. So it will execute the statements, whatever the statements written in the body of the while loop. The condition is true, then enter into a loop. It is clear? Next, if the condition is false, suppose if I give 11, suppose let us assume that if I give the I value will be 11, then 11 less than or equal 9, here the condition will become false. So condition will become false, so it will exit from the loop. Means the statements that are written within these braces will not be executed. The condition false, it come out of the loop. Understood? Here working of while and do while loop. Detailed, ma'am, please. I am clearly specifying each and every step. Okay. Okay, I will show you PPT, no problem. Now it is clear. So now I am going to explain with the program. So how the while will be working. So already I said every loop control statement must have three expressions. One is the initialization expression, second one is the condition expression, third one is the update expression. Okay. So in order to be able to run program properly, we should have to initialize and update the loop control variable. So here I am going to print the numbers 2 to 8. I am going to print the numbers integers 2 to 8. For that purpose I written one program using while loop. So here already initial value 2 I assign to the integer. Initial value will be 2. So I am going to execute this program using while. So what is the condition here? 2 less than or equal 9. What is I value? 2. 2 less than or equal 9. Condition is 2. Then it will enter into a body of the loop, while loop. It will execute the statements. So it will print the I value. What is the I value here? 2. 2 will be printed /n, means the controller wait in the next line, new line. Next, after that I return. What is the third step in loop control statements? First one is the initialization, second one is the test condition, third one is the execute the body of the loop. What is the fourth statement? Update the value. So the fourth step is here, update the loop control variable. So here I written I plus plus. So I will become 3. So this is the last statement in the body of the while loop. So after incrementing, after updating the I value, then the controller will goes to the back to the condition section. Okay, after executing the last statement in the body of the loop, the controller will go to the condition section. Again, it check the condition. Here the I value will become 3, initial value 2, but here I incremented, so I value will become 3, 3 less than or equal 9, condition is true, then enter into a loop. Okay, clear? Again print the value I. What is the present value I? 3. 3 will be printed. Then again the control waits in the next line. Again update the value. Like this it will be executed. How many times the loop will be executed? 7 times. Okay. It is clear, ma? It is clear or not? All these concepts are already you studied. Even though you are using in different subjects, you learned Python in first year and now you have DS, data structures. There also you are using the loop control statements. I am not telling a new concepts now. Okay, are you understanding what I am saying? We are not entering into a C++. Whatever the topics we are studying from the last week, these are basics only. Already you studied. I am not telling new things. Please respond anyone. It is clear while loop. Are you understanding or not? I am not telling inheritance concept, exception handling, friend functions. Just I am revising the concepts which are you studied in the PPA. Same syntax, same concept. I don't know why you are not understanding. Means you are not practicing, I think. Already I said in the last class, anyhow we are sharing the PPT, you have to practice the programs. Programs are also available in the PPT concept wise. You have to execute, then you will become master. It is clear? Working of while loop? Yes or no? Shivani? Akshaya? Okay, I will forward the recent PPT. Today we will complete the loop control statements, do while and while. Then definitely I will forward this PPT to all respective class CRs by evening around 4 o'clock. Okay, don't bother. The PPT is very clear. Okay, I am giving examples, so many examples for each and every concept. Clear? Shall I move? So every loop control statement must have the three expressions: initialization expression, condition expression and update expression. But the order may be different in while and do while. The order of initialization expression may be different, update expression may be different. But in for loop, we will use these three expressions in a single line. For I equal to 2, I less than 9, I plus plus. We can place all these three expressions in a single line in for loop. But in case of while and do while, based on our requirement, we can change. Okay, it's clear. So now I am explaining the same example. So I am going to print. What is the statement first? Initialization. So I initialize. Why its value is 2 months? Suppose if I give print 1 to 10 numbers, then what is the initial value you will take? What is the initial value you should take? 1 to 10. Print the numbers 1 to 10 numbers using while loop. If I give the question like that, what is the initial value of I? Please respond in chat box. 1. Very good. So In question, answer is there in question only. Okay. But in this case, I am going to print numbers from 2 to 8. So already mentioned 2 to 8. What is the initial value? 2. That's why I initialize loop control variable 2. What is the maximum value? I am going to print 2 to 8 numbers only, not more than 8. So when the condition will become false, if I equal to 9, then the condition will become false. So here maximum value will be 9 I given. So here initial value 2 less than initialization step, initialization expression. So I initialize one loop control variable. First step is completed. In the second step, we should have to check the condition. So in the second step, after initialization, I checked the condition. 2 less than or equal to 9. Here the condition is true. Step 2. So after step 2, then we will execute the body of the loop. When will you execute the body of the loop? If the condition is true, then we will execute the while loop statements. So printed I value, loop body will be executed, I value will be printed, I value will be 2. Initially it will print. After third step, next I increment or decrement the variable I. Fourth step. So I update the variable value. Why we written I plus plus here? Why we cannot write I equal to I plus 2? Shall I write I equal to I plus 2? Why we need to write I plus plus every time? Shall I write here? Shall I remove this one and shall I write I plus 2? I equal to I plus 2? Chart box, please type in chat box. Shall I write instead of I plus plus, shall I write I equal to I plus 2? Yes, Soumya. Already I said Badrinath, very good. Increment by 1, very good. I am going to print the numbers from 2 to 8 only. So what is the difference between each and every number? In my case, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The difference between 1 only. Understood? I should not write I equal to I plus 2. Why? Because my I output format will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 only. The difference of each and every number will be 1. So that's why I written I plus plus. We should not write I equal to I plus 2. Suppose if I give the question like that, print the even numbers. Suppose if I give the question like that, print the numbers from print the even numbers from 2 to 20. 2 to 20. In that case, we should write I equal to I plus 2. Is it right or not? Yes, very good. So based on the question, we should auto modify the statements. In my case, the each and every number differ by 1 only. That's why I written I plus plus. Yes, very good. Soumya. Okay. Yes. After the fourth step, it can go to the again. After update, again it goes to the step 2. Check the condition. What is updated value? 3. So I plus plus 1, I equal to I plus 1. So previous value will be 2. 2 plus 1, 3. So again it goes to the condition section. Again 3 less than 9. Condition is true. It will execute the body of the loop. Again update the I value. So like this the loop will be repeated 7 times. So at last I value become 9. So 9 less than 9, condition is false. Then it come out of the loop. Very good. See, this is the working. Statement 1, the variable will be initialized. In the step 2, check the condition. If the condition is true, enter into a loop. The condition 4, update the value. So see here, this is the last statement. Then the controller go back to the condition. After executing the last statement of the while, the control back to the condition section. Again check the condition. The condition is true. Execute the steward statement. So like this, The loop will be repeated until the condition will become false. Okay, clear? Shall I move to the next slide? Some of the points you have to note down regarding this while loop. So actually it is used when we don't know the number of iterations. Okay, so the such type of loops are known as sentinel control loops. We don't know, we do not require any counter here. Okay, the loop variable must be initialized. Okay, and its value given by the user input only. Already I said in the previous program I given my requirement print the numbers 2 to 8. That's why you initialize the control variable I equal to. Suppose if I change the program, print the numbers, even numbers from 2 to 100, then in that case the loop control variable will be changed. You will initialize with I equal to 2. The loop control variable will be 2, I equal to 2. That is based on the user input. Okay, the initialization of loop control variable will be depends on the user requirement. Okay, understood? Same way I said just now only updating takes place within the loop and depends on the user input. This is also same. Okay, and the number of times the loop will be executed is also depends on the user input. Means here the number of iterations or the number of iterations depends on the uh, requirement of the user. Suppose if I give the print the 1 to 10 numbers, the loop will be repeated. How many times loop will be repeated? 9 or 10 times. If I give the question print the 1 to 5 numbers, how many times, how many iterations it will require? That is also depends on the user input. Okay, number of iterations. These are the some points you have to note down. So I written one more example. So find the digits of a number. Suppose if I give 4-digit number, how many digits are there? Unit, tens, hundreds, thousand. 4 digits are there. Suppose if we enter 10, 2-digit number, then it you have to display the number of digits in a given number. Given input is 2. So I written this program using while loop. I think no need to explain here programs. Shall I explain or you can work out on this? Already 2 now, 2 o'clock. Will you work out? Ma'am, can we use the strings in place of conditions? Where in while loop we will not use strings, ma'am. Okay, I will see. Will you work out this program in home? Shall I explain this program? Print the number of digits of a given number using while loop. Here I entered one integer number, that may be a 2-digit number or it may be a 3-digit number, 4-digit number. Okay, so I read from the keyboard using cin object. Cin is nothing but that is a scanf statement in C language, but in C++ we use the cout and cin instead of printf and scanf. So here I read input from the keyboard. Okay, here I give an input number 4578. So I am going to execute using while loop. So here the number is not equal to 0. Condition is true or false here? Condition true or false? 4578 not equal to 0. Condition is true. Then enter into a loop. So here I taken one count variable. It will be incremented by 1. Then I applied the shorthand notation, division operation, n equal to n by 10. So what is the value? N equal to n value means 4578 by 10. What is the updated value of number here? Division operation always gives the quotient. Means you will get the 457. The recent value of 4578 is very good. Bhavana 457. So again This is the last statement of the while loop. After executing this statement, the controller go back to the condition section. Again it will check the condition. Here the number, now the recent value of number is 457. 457 not equal to 0. Again condition is true. Then it goes back to the, it enter into a loop. So again increment count value, then 4, 5, 7 division equal to 10. Again what is the updated value or recent value of number here? 4, 5. You will get the position 45. So again and go to the condition section. 45 not equal to 0. So increment count value. So now count value will be 3. So again 45 division 10. 45 division 10 means it will return the 4. 4 not equal to 0. So increment 4. Count will be 4. Then 4 division 10. What is the value? 4 division 10. 0. Very good, Dinesh. Okay, 0 not equal 0. Condition becomes false. 0 not equal 0. Condition becomes false. Then we come out of this while loop. Then print the number of digits. That will be count. It will return the 4 count value. It is clear? Very good. Next. So already I work out this working of number of digits. So every time we will get the n equal to n by 10 means always we will get the quotient value. Number of iterations 4. Loop will be executed 4 times. Count will be incremented for each and every iteration. Okay. There are 2 steps: are increment the count value, then perform the division operation. First iteration, second, third, fourth. 4 iterations are. Okay. Same example. What have we discussed? The same way. Fifth iteration, it will become false. So it terminates the while. It come out of the while, then print the output. Anyhow, we will forward this PPT. You go through each and every slide. Okay. Not a issue. Next, do while. One more loop control statement is do while. Okay. Here the statement will be executed first and condition will be evaluated last. Okay. This is reverse for while loop. So this is also known as exit control loop. Actually while loop is known as entry control loop, means we will check the condition before entering the body of the loop. That is known as entry control loop. The do while statement, the do while control structure is known as exit control statement. So the condition is tested last. First it executes the body of the loop, then it will check the condition. Okay, it is clear? So this do while loop can execute the at least once even if the condition is false. So this is the syntax of do while. So we will use the 2 keywords here, do and while. So here it is important, very important. The while statement in do while will terminate with this semicolon. Okay. Generally in interviews they will ask the questions also. What is the difference between while and do while also? Okay. In do while the statement will be executed at least once even if the condition is false. Okay. So this is the initialization. Same here also we have a three expressions: initialization, condition and update expression. Okay. So initialization, first we should have to initialize the loop control variables, then execute the body of the statement, then followed by update the increment or decrement or update the variable, loop control variable, then last check the condition. The condition is true, then the body of the do is executed. The body of the do while is executed until it becomes false. So if the condition is false, come out of the loop. This is the syntax and flow chart. Next we will see the one example program working of do while. Okay. So here I written some statements. First, the loop control variable will be initialized. This is the first step in any loop control statement. Initialize the loop control variable with some value. Here I initialize with 0. Okay, initialization done. Next, generally we'll check the condition in a for loop and while loop, but in do while we will execute the body of the statement. After initialization we will execute the body of the do while statement. Here I printed x value. X value initially 0, that will be printed. Okay, so after executing this body of the loop do while, after executing do while body, then we check the condition 0 less than or equal to 6. Here condition is true, then it goes to the body of the do while again. It will perform the increment operation, increment x value and print. So means update the loop control variable. So when it will exit from the loop, when it will be terminated, whenever the x value will be 6, then automatically 6 less than 6, then condition will becomes false, so it come out of the loop. So like this I written 2 or more steps. See here, working of first initialization step, then enter into a body of the loop. Okay, okay, clear. I incremented, then check the condition. The condition is true. Here if the condition is true, then enter into a body of the loop. Here print the x value again, update the x value. Okay, step 1 2 3 4. Here clear ma do while. It is clear or not? Do while statement. Okay, very good. So I written one more example. Check whether the given number is palindrome or not using do while statement. Already you know the logic. What is a palindrome? What is a palindrome? Tell me one example integer for palindrome. Give me one example for palindrome number. Anyone? 111 555. Okay, very good. You have some idea. Very good. At least. So I written. Shall I explain this code or you will work out? Logic is same. Shall I explain or not? Palindrome program using do while. Okay, no one giving reply means you don't know, right? So I'm going to print. I'm going to check whether the given number is palindrome or not. Okay, you can explain, ma'am. Very good. Okay. So for that purpose, I declared some variables. Okay, for resulting for storing the result, I use the stored number. Use I declared for my program. Okay. Here enter the number. Suppose let us consider here given different palindrome numbers 1818 Okay, so I have taken that number, or 121 or 22122 like that. Okay, take any number. So I stored the given number into one more variable. Okay, initially. So here I am using the do while statement. It is not there. Loop is not there. Okay, I am using the do while. Okay, so here I am performing the modular operation. Number modular 2. So let us consider the number, given number is 121. Then if you perform the modular 2 operation, then what is the D value here? Modular 2 gives, suppose assume that the given input number is 121, then what is the output? What is the D value after performing modular operation? 1. If it gives remainder 1, 260, 2 into 60, 120. So it gives a remainder always. Very good. D equal to 1. Remainder always gives, modular operator always gives a remainder. Then, so what is the number reverse? So here number reverse will be 0. I taken 0. So 0 into 10 plus D. What is the value of num reverse? Updated value of number reverse? 1. Is here number reverse value will be 1. D value we get 1 here after modular operation 1. But initially I taken one variable number reverse equal to 0. 0 into 10 0. 0 plus 1 1. So num reverse equal to 1. Okay. What is the next step? Number equal num by 10. What is the number value? Num 121. 121 division 10. What is the value? What is the number? Number value? Updated value? That will always give the quotient. 12. Very good. 12. Num value will be 12. Very good. Okay. After executing the do while statement, now we will go to check the condition. Here the number not equal to 0. What is the number value? 12. 12 not equal to 0. Condition is true. Okay. So it will enter into a loop. Again it will perform the number modular 2. So what is the number? Recent number? 12 or 121? What is the updated value of number? 121 or 12? 12. 12 modular 2. What is the value? 0. What is the D value here? 0. Okay. So, but what is the previous value, ma? What is the previous value of number reverse? Num reverse value, previous value. 1 or 1 I think. So 1. So 1 into 10, 10. The num reverse value will be 10. Okay. So D value will be 0. Again perform the division operation. Here the number will be 12. 12 division 10 means it will give the Chapali. Hello. Again one. 12 division 10. So 10 ones are 10. So remainder 2. Very good. So 1. So like this we will execute the loop. So 1 not equal to 0. Again enter into a loop. So 1 modular 2. What is the value? 1 modular. 1 modular 2 gives the, what is the 1 modular 2 value here? Anyone can respond in chat box. What is the value of 0? Very good. No, wrong. You are wrong. 1 modular 2. 1 only. Okay. Srivani, good. So 1. So here we will get the 121. Okay. So at last the number 10 means it gives a 0. 0 not equal 0. Condition false. It come out of the loop. So here the number reverse we calculated will be equal to, sorry, here you should have to write the double equal. We have to compare, not assign. Okay. So both numbers will be true. Then it will print the given number is polynomial. Should work out same code. Okay. So next, already I said the while statement is known as loop control statements. Already I said entry control loop is nothing but while loop. So condition is checked before the body of the while. Okay, we will check the condition first, then we will execute the body of the while loop. Okay, so but in exit control loop, the do while statement is known as exit control loop. First the body of the loop will be executed, then after condition is checked. Okay, so see the difference between while and do while. The syntax will be different here. While condition, then body of the loop, but here in this case reverse. So here in do while, the while statement must end with semicolon. It is clear, ma? So entry control nothing but while, exit control loop nothing but do while. It is clear, while and do while. So this is sample example program also in while and do while. What is the return value? Where will you write the return value? In do while? Sahar. We need to provide return value in do while. What is the return value? Already I said while discussing the while loop, the last statement of the while, after execution of the last statement, whatever you have written in the body of the while loop, then the controller automatically goes to the condition section. In the same way, here also in do while, after executing the last statement, whatever you written in the do while, after executing the last statement, the controller automatically goes to the condition section. No need to write any written statements. Understood? Okay, very good. Clear? Sahar? No need to write any statements. Already I said. See here. This is the body of the do while statement here. It is a compound statement. That's why I use the flower basis. Here after the execution of this statement x equal to x plus 1. After updating the value, automatically the controller goes to the condition section. It will check the condition. No need to write any written statements. Okay. So that is the difference between while and do while. So same short to. So we will stop here. Tomorrow we will discuss the remaining jump statements at continued break. Then I will start the quiz. what are the programs we have done in PPS subject? Try to implement in C++ also by using this while and do while statement. Reverse of a given number, sum of digits of, okay. Check whether the given number is Armstrong or not. Check whether it is polydrom or not. Try to write code and execute in your laptop. Okay.